Happy Miracle Monday. This is Dawn Petolino, and I'm your transformational coach. And every Miracle Monday, I bring to you different spiritual truths that you can help integrate into your life in a very practical way to experience more miracles in your life. And what's really a miracle but the ability to see love and experience love and become an expression of love in this world. So today's Miracle Monday is about judgment. It's about, when we have people or situations that come into our life that are causing us difficulty, causing us pain, causing us fear, because really the difficulty really comes down to our sense of fear about the situation in some capacity. And when we have a fear about it, what happens is we have a judgment about it. The Course in Miracles and the Course of Love are two books that I reference, and if they resonate with you, you might want to check them out. But they talk about that interpretation is not your job. And in order to experience a higher thought, in order to see the situation as your source sees it, which is always the truth of it, right? It's not a story we're making up. Your body will feel the truth of it. And you've probably felt that before when something just really resonated with you. So when we're experiencing any kind of suffering, any fear, any anger, any resentments, a lot of times we're misjudging the situation because we're throwing our story over it. And what we want to do is we want to experience the truth of the situation. So this requires a suspension of thinking. Not an easy thing to do. So what you have to do is, as a Course of Love talks about this art of thought. And the art of thought is where you have to acknowledge what's going on. Because until we acknowledge it, we don't want to be like denial of it, but we can say, I see what is going on. What I will not do is interpret it. The Course in Miracles has a whole, one of the first early on meditations is about this chair is not, the only meaning this chair has is the meaning I give it. And things are not what I think they are, which requires suspending everything we've learned in order to invite something new in. And the Course of Love talks about that. It says, in order to experience a new thought, you must be willing to surrender the old thought. So what we do is when a situation comes in, when something is disturbing us and causing us suffering in any way, we're not seeing it through the eyes of love and we're not seeing it through our source. So we go to our heart. So what do? You put your hand on your heart. You close your eyes. You take a few breaths and slow down your breathing, letting your body know it's safe. And then you ask, you say, you know what? The way I am seeing this can't be the way you're seeing it because of my fear around it, because of my judgment around it. And I'm asking you to show me the truth. And you wait in stillness. Now, it might not come right away. Because the tricky part is we have to calm our mind enough to feel safe enough to create just a little crack of possibility. I remember this happened to me once in my tutoring business years ago where somebody had falsified checks and they had taken money out of my account and I was afraid. And I just sat down and I said, God, show me the truth of it. Show me the truth of it, because my mind was going to make a ton of stories about my survival. And I was able to calm myself enough to be curious to listen to another answer. And that's what you want to do. Be curious to listen to another answer. And I heard that all of a sudden I felt this compassion and this peace. So right away I knew I was going to be okay. I like compassion and peace. This is good. And I felt like these checks were written. They were written at a time for Christmas, and that this family had used it for their kids. They were written to like Toys R Us, Babies R Us. And, and I was going to be fine. There was a sense of peace about it. And the Course in Miracles says, think you understand nothing until you pass the perfect test of peace. And so when we experience peace about it, you've touched the truth of it. And because of that, I was able to sleep that night until I could get to the bank the next day and deal with it. And it was taken care of in a week. But we have to leave a crack of space. So you have to wait. You have to calm enough to wait. And sometimes this might come as a very slow energy. So what I do is I just wait and I ask with curiosity, open to the possibility that there's another viewpoint. that somehow love is seeing this different from that I am, or the way I am. Now, even if you don't get it right then, you can trust that you've asked. And in some way, shape, or form, I have asked, and if I didn't get something right then, I'll grab a book the next day that happened to be at the library that I wasn't planning on getting, open it to a random page, and boom, I find the answer there. Or you hear a song or a phrase or someone says something. The answer will come to you. Trust the peace you feel. And that is the way that we begin to connect with our higher selves, to surrender to our higher selves, and to be a fuller expression of our higher selves and an expression of love in this world, and to live under the abundant, limitless laws of love. Happy Miracle Monday. I hope you enjoyed this, like this, share this. You can check out more on my website, www.dawnpetalino.com. And today, take this out into the world and leave a crack of space for a new interpretation so you can see through the eyes of love. Happy Miracle Monday. I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.